Welcome back, everyone, and in today's story, we're going to be going over another childhood story. This is another scary, unusual story you are not going to want to miss. This is one of my most unique and interesting scary, unusual stories as a kid. If you liked the video, let me know by leaving a like and subscribe if you haven't already. 80% of you are not subscribed. I appreciate all the support. I hope you all enjoy, and we're now uploading Wednesday and Friday with a new short series on the weekend. Sit back and enjoy. This one time when I was a kid, we had to go to the hospital. It was for a family emergency of some sort, and it was dark outside. It was also more towards the fall time of year, so it was more spooky and eerie than it usually is. So we get in this parking lot, waiting for this one family member to come out of the hospital, and it's already dark outside, right? Like I mentioned before. So we're walking down this parkade, this hospital parkade, because we decided, hey, let's go walk around, let's clear our minds a bit. I was around 6 or 7 at the time. I was with my father and whatnot, and we're just walking. And I'm going down this hospital parkade with my father, and you can see these really weird, like glowing orange lights on the side. Like those normal, square, old style hospital lights, right? But they were outside the parkade. It was an older hospital, right? Nothing's been renovated in a long time. So I'm going down the parkade, and it was really strange and eerie because if you're looking at the light, you can see all these different types of bugs and insects and all these types of different things that as a kid I really didn't know what they were, and I never really seen them before. Some of these specific bugs and creatures of some sort, because it looked like they could have been creatures, because I had no idea at the time. I'm looking at these things and I see these huge webs and everything, and I'm talking to my dad. I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Oh, it's just spiders and stuff." There were some big ones, like 1 inch, 2 inch diameter ones, because no one ever wanted to go near it. No one ever wanted to even be anywhere close to those things. So we passed that as we're discussing that. We're going down, and this strong wind blows into the parkade. It's coming at us like a rush of water. It's like coming in at us, right? So we're going down, and it's kind of chilly outside, right? Because it is more towards the fall at this point. So we go down off to the right, we leave the parkade, and we're going down the street, and across the street we see this old guy walking with a cane, just kind of walking really slowly, and then he just stares at us. This eerie old guy is just staring at us, not making any noises, not waving, just this blank expression. And it's kind of concerning. It's a little scary, right? It's very unusual the way he's acting. It's a little spooky. And I was like 6 or 7 at the time. So this was absolutely nerve-wracking, right? Because I was like, what does he have on him? What can he do? Was he like a magician or a wizard? I had no idea at that time. I still believed in Santa Claus at that time, right? So as we're walking down the street, and this old man, as we're focused on him, and he's just really strange in a lot of ways, we just continue to walk and just go past him and just like, you know what? We're going to ignore this. We're just going to keep walking. We're just going to do as we do. So as we're killing time, we're going down the street. Far in the distance, down the road, there's an alleyway. So we're walking down the street, right? We're going down. We make a right into this alleyway off to the side of the parkade. We go in this parkade, and yet again, there's those lights. They're on the outside of the parkade this time. And by this point, mind you, it is pitch black. It's darker than before. And you can still see these creatures and spiders and stuff like that on the lights. It's just very disgusting. It's kind of, in a sense, it's kind of grotesque. But I know like more like Dead Body would be more grotesque, right? But it just had that sense because it was all like disturbing and kind of like, cryptid-like with some of those bugs and stuff on that. Who knows if these things are even here nowadays? The parking lot has been renovated since, so you never know what could be in that alleyway or next to that parkade. So we're going down that parkade, and it's just very eerie, right? You know, down the side of the parkade, I must mind you, okay? I must say, we're going down that alleyway next to the parkade. And as we're going down that parkade alleyway, we're looking off to the left, and there's this old sewage area. It's this big open grassland, and there's this sewage building. It's not one you can really enter. You know, it's the ones that, like in the movie It, the original It, I must say, it's a real tall looking building structure. It looks like, you know, a big kind of kingdom, castle of some sort. So as we're walking down the alley, and now we're coming out to this thing, and at this point there's very little lights. There's almost no street lights, and you can see this building in the far distance, and it just looks really eerie. And I did see It a few times as a kid, part 1 and 2 of the Stephen King series. So I was a little terrified, right? I was nervous, and I wasn't sure what to really make of it. So we're looking at this thing, and you know, you can see there's some water running through the grass area in the bottom, and we're looking off at it, and you can see there's manhole covers in it, and there's a ladder that climb up, so you can go down in this thing, you know. So it was scary, it was spooky, right? Like, and I was thinking this clown's gonna come out of this thing, or maybe some type of creature, because you never know. I mean, this is like a culvert, right? There's just so many weird and mysterious things that can go on in situations like this. So, you know, I'm just sitting there. At this point, we're sitting on the side of the alleyway, and we're looking down into this culvert, this large basin for the sewer. And you can look off, and you can see this structure, and we're just like, do we go near it, or do we turn back? And by that time, we actually did turn back. You know, luckily nothing did happen. But, you know, just the eeriness and the oddness and the, you know, just the scare factor of this type of structure being here, you know, and it being so dark. You know, there's something so eerie and ominous about it. You know, it was just very different, a very odd feeling. You know, it didn't make me feel comfortable. You know, I kind of wish we did go see what was in it, because it was more of a curiosity than anything. But, you know, this kind of thing, you know, we haven't done much before, but there are other stories that I have with parkades that are a little more terrifying that I will be getting into in the future for sure. You guys are really going to want to see those, because there's actually some really spooky things going on. This is kind of more of a tale that I wanted to tell of some of my more childhood experiences. Not all are going to be as more scary than others, but more interesting, or more like of an experience you might want to know, or maybe what you should avoid when going near parkades, as funny as that sounds, especially during the nighttime. So I hope you guys enjoyed this shorter episode. It's more of an experience than a scare, but if you guys liked it, like I said, leave a comment for sure. Definitely share it if you want to pass this channel around. I'm still trying to get it to grow. YouTube's algorithm can definitely be difficult to work with sometimes. And definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate the support, and there will be a new video this Friday. Have a good night. Have a great day.